Welcome to Dungeon Mounts 101. Today I will be comparing Dazemu and Necromus with Nimble and with infinite stamina. So we got Legend, Swift, Runner, Nimble, and then the same mount but with infinite stamina instead of Nimble. And the same thing for Necromus, infinite stamina. And then we have my old mount, pre-Sakurajima, the Fenglope, that has the alpha bonus. So each one of these mounts has something different going for them. The Dazemu gets a very high move speed bonus on sand and dirt. Necromus can double jump and is fast by itself. Fenglope can also jump and it gets the bonus from being an alpha of 100 sprint speed. And it fits in the dungeons even if it's very big. So the comparison today will be which mount is the best overall mount specifically for Sakurajima Dungeons, and also just some general thoughts on these mounts. So to start, this is Dazemu on sand with the bonus. So all of these mounts also get a speed bonus when max condensed, which means when you rank them up in the condenser, every star will make them a little bit faster. The bonus on sand increases for Dazemu, and Fenglope and Necromus just get a flat percentage bonus for each star. So when comparing them in dungeons, the Nimble Necromus seemed to perform a little bit better than the others, but it was very similar to the infinite stamina version of itself. You also get the bonus of skills costing a little bit less. So this one takes almost half, and the infinite stamina Necromus we take like a third-ish. You also get less cost by the jumps, can jump a little bit more often compared to one with Nimble. So it's a little bit about just preference between infinite stamina and Nimble. Infinite stamina is a little bit more quality of life, but Nimble seems to be just a little bit faster for those specific dungeons, which is pretty much the only place that I do use a ground mount right now. And then I've done the dungeons a couple of times with each mount to compare the times. I'll try to edit them into the video here somewhere so you can see them. I won't be showing, I think I compared 5 or 6 different mounts to start, a couple of runs in each dungeon. So that's not something I'm going to show in this video. You'll just have to have some faith that I didn't make up these numbers. And speaking of faith, I'm just gonna preach it how I feel it about these mounts. So Dazemu is available a lot earlier than Necromus. Fenglope is available a little bit later. I think you can get around level 20s when you can start catching Dazemu here. Fenglope is a little bit later, around the Astral Mountain, around Mount Obsidian. That's where you start finding Fenglopes. A little bit harder to find in masses than Dazemu. And then Necromus is just alpha. So you're gonna have trouble without breeding, max condensing Necromus in comparison to Dazemu. But at the same time you want legend on your mounts. So you can start by making some nice Swift Runner Dazemus, infinite stamina when you're leveling. Get your first legend and then breed legend onto the Dazemu. Or you just ignore that part of the game for a while, get max level and go straight to Necromus. Overall, Dazemu has a little bit annoying aspects of the acceleration and the deacceleration, in my opinion. You kind of run on a dirt path, it takes a little bit while for it to get up to speed, and then as soon as you hit like a patch of grass or a patch of dirt, it deaccelerates almost immediately. So for me personally, it's just a little bit annoying, and the jump itself is also like it flies very far, which is nice in the open world, but in a dungeon, I'll see if I can edit something in to show that you kind of like get stuck or fly a little bit further than you want when you just want to jump over a small patch of water. But it's pretty fun in the open world to run around on a Dazemu. Overall, I still prefer the Necromus. Even if Nimble is faster, I'll probably just keep using the infinite stamina one just for the jumping ability, and maybe your rocket doesn't finish off the boss and you can finish it off with one little rock lance or something like that. They're close enough that it doesn't really make a difference. So all in all, for a dungeon mount, Necromus wins. I guess if you're just really good at running on the dirt roads and really like Dazemu, you can use that as well. And as stated before, at level 20 you can start just mass caching Dazemu and you will have a very fast mount for the entire game. And Dazemu does also learn Rock Burst, which is a pretty good skill to have on a mount when you can run up to a pal. Let's see if it works on the sleeping. And you're just gonna hit all the rocks. It one-shots most pals even with a non-attack build, which makes it kind of viable to just give it a bunch of souls, like attack souls, defense souls. You can just run up to pals and do a lot of damage with Rock Burst. So I think that's what I had to say about the dungeon pals specifically. Flying mounts is not that interesting because everybody's just flying around on a jet dragon or progressing the natural way with Nightwing into Vanworm into Beacon, Ragnarhawk, Shadowbeak, and eventually Jet Dragon. So thanks for watching.